Arbery, you may recall, was shot to death while jogging. The men are charged in his death, say they thought he was a burglar.
Joining us now is CBS 46 legal analyst Page Pate. Good to talk to you, Page. Thanks again for joining us. And the biggest question being asked in this case is, how would it be possible to find an impartial jury in the town where Arbery was killed, number one, and number two, where some potential jurors were asked their opinion of race ahead of the time?
Right. I think it's been very difficult. I mean, out of the hundreds that had been brought over to the courthouse for questioning, we've only ended up with 50 people who do not have a fixed opinion about guilt or innocence so far, that it would be impossible to overcome that opinion during the trial. So we've qualified so far a little more than 50. They need to get to that magic number of 64. It looks like that may happen in the next couple of days. So even though it's been difficult, people know the folks on trial, people know the Arbery family, and obviously people have seen the video and they have a strong opinion about what happened. But there's still enough people, I think, where this case will be tried right here in Brunswick starting sometime this week. And
concerns about security, Page, it continues to pop up in this case. And one thing we've heard about from at least the potential jurors is not feeling safe in Brunswick. In the case, the eventual verdict is seen as controversial. Is there any kind of protection being made available to the jury before, during, and after the trial?
Well, Sean, not at this point, but I do expect once an actual jury is picked, once they get down to the 12 people and 4 alternates, they will have the security of the sheriff's department to take them back and forth from the courthouse to the meeting location, which is off-site. Obviously, if there's any contact whatsoever, they will be instructed to reach out to the court or to the sheriff's office, and action, I'm sure, will be taken. I think the concern here is it's a really small town. And so even without their identity being known, people can find out who is on that jury. And obviously, no matter how the case plays out, somebody's going to be very upset. And there's a legitimate concern that people may be at risk.
Hey, Paige, last question. If this jury selection process is any indication, things aren't moving quickly already in this trial. What can we expect once the trial actually gets underway? How long are we looking at? What are you thinking?
Well, Rick, I actually think this is the slowest part of this trial. It's the slowest part of many trials, especially when the case has been covered in the news and there are a lot of opinions about it. Once we get a jury, once they start opening statements, I think the evidence will go pretty quickly. I mean, there's the video, there's some evidence in social media, some racial prejudice, background information they want to get in about the defendants. There's the defense, but again, it all involves that one incident. So I could see this trial maybe lasting a week, 2 weeks, once they actually pick the jury.
CBS 46 legal analyst Page Pate joining us live from Brunswick, where the trial is taking place. Page, thanks very much. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
Bad news for people.